In this video, we'll learn how to use the device finder with the prefixes from NetBox. So up until now, the way we use the device finder was as follows. So if I go to devices, device finder, try to add a device finder, here in this box, we would put the target subnets or target host address, and based on that, it would go and fetch those devices. Now we can do something extra. So I'm going to close this, go to settings, the plugin section, and first of all, you have to select NetBox here. Then status enabled. Make sure you have plugin connectivity. You can test it from here, test API, and we get 200. So everything looks fine. Now here, this is the new option we've added. Use prefixes for the device finder. So this is just going to be another way we can use the device finder. The old way is going to stay there. This is just a additional feature we've added. If we have any prefix in NetBox, then we can use that prefix for the target subnet and make sure that that specific prefix has a special tag called slurped. So before going to NetBox, I'm going to enable this because by default it is disabled. I'm going to test the API and save it. So I'll go to NetBox now, and the first thing I want to do is go to customization, tags, and create a tag called slurped with the exact same wording. And this is already here. I don't need to create it, but if you don't have it, make sure you create it first. So this is the first step. You should create a tag. Once you created a tag, you go to IPAM, prefixes, and here you create a prefix. Now I have two routers in my LAN, and I want to add 50.0/24 as my prefix. The only thing left to do is to create that prefix, and from the NetBox side, we are done. I'll go back to Slurped, go back to devices. Now we need a device finder. We need to create a device finder entry. I'm going to add, and as you can see, a new slot is added because we enabled this feature from the settings. Now we'll change this to yes, and there we go. The box for the IP address for the target subnet is hidden now because it is going to use the prefix we just created in NetBox. Name could be test, SNMP group default, and from here I can test it. If I test it, it should give back a response. So it says no prefixes were found. This is actually good practice. So if I go back here, I forgot to add the tag. Here, add the slurped tag and save it. There we go. Our prefix has a tag called slurped. Go back here, test it. Sure enough, we have identified this specific subnet. So I will save it and start the planning. So the planning takes a couple of minutes to complete. So I'm going to pause the video and come back. So now I'll check to see if the devices were found or not. I'll go to devices. Sure enough, our 11 and 12 are added to the inventory.